Hello everyone, myself Helene Mehta, working as an assistant professor in computer engineering department at Mahatma Gandhi Institute of Technical Education and Research Center, Navsari. Our subject is database management system. Our topic is entity relationship diagram, in which today we will see extended ER features. So our first extended feature is specialization. Specialization is a top-down approach. In specialization, one higher level entity can be broken down into two lower level entity. Our entity, one entity is a higher level entity, and this entity is further divided into sub part that is known as lower level entities. Specialization is used to identify the subset of an entity set that shares some distinguishing characteristic. It is a top-down design process that creates subclasses based on some different characteristic of the entities in a superclass. So our higher level entity is known as a superclass. This superclass is divided into subclasses according to their characteristic. Okay. This we will see using example. See here, our example is employee management system, in which employee entity can be specialized as a tester or developer based on what role they play in the company. It is the example of one software company in which employee may be tester or employee may be developer. So our this employee is our higher level entity. Okay, so employee is divided in the sub part, that is tester and developers. Okay, so employee is known as a higher level entity, and tester and developers are known as a lower level entity. It is known as top down approach is employee divided into sub parts. Okay, so this is the top down approach. Okay, now in this normally the superclass is defined first. Okay, so employee is known as a superclass, and this superclass is further divided into two parts, that is tester and developer. So tester and developers are the subclasses. Clear? So superclass is defined first. Okay, so every person they are working in the company are the employee. Okay, after that they are categorized in a different part according to their job or according to their working area. Okay, so employee is a person, and that person employee is divided into tester or developers according to their departments. Okay, so first of all superclass is defined. Okay, after that subclass are defined, and then relationship between this is set. Okay, so employee is a superclass, tester and developer are the subclass. Now we can apply specialization repeatedly. See here, repeatedly to refine a design scheme. Okay, so higher level entity is divided into subpart. That subparts are further divided into another subpart. That is, we can apply specialization repeatedly. Okay, for instance, bank employees may be further classified as one of the following. Okay, for example, officer, tailor or secretary. See here, this is the person entity. Okay, this is our higher level entity, and this entity is further divided into two parts, that is employee and customer. Now here person is a higher level entity, and employee and customer are the lower level entity, or we can say that person is a superclass and employee and customer are the subclass. Okay, so employee of the bank and customer of the bank are the persons. Okay, so person may be employee of the bank and person may be the customer of the bank. Okay, so person is divided into employee and customer. So this is the specialization. Now we can say that employee of banks are divided into different parts according to their job in the bank. Okay, so that employee is a officer of bank, employee is a tailor of bank, or employee is a secretary of bank. Okay, so we are again divided this entity into further parts. Okay, so this is the example of we can apply specialization repeatedly. Okay, now here employee is a subclass of superclass person. Okay, now employee is a superclass of officer, tailor and secretary. So we can repeatedly divide one entity into another part. Okay, so this is the specialization and it is a top down approach. Now next is generalization. Generalization is a bottom up approach. It is the reverse of top down approach. Okay, specialization, in which in generalization two or more entities of low level combine to form a higher level entity if they have some attributes in common. Okay, now in specialization one higher level entity is divided into subparts. Okay, now in generalization two subclass are combined together and generate one another entity, that is superclass. Okay, see the example. Here we have a faculty one entity and student one entity. Okay, these faculty and student two entities are combined together to generate one entity person. Okay, so we can say that faculty and student is a person. Okay, here faculty and student is a low level entity and person is a high level entity. So two low level entity combine together to generate one higher level entity. Okay, so this is the generalization. It is the bottom up approach, from bottom to up. Okay, so in generalization an entity of higher level can also combine with the entity of the lower level to form a further higher level entities. Generalization is more like subclass and superclass system, but the only difference is the approach, that is generalization uses top bottom up approaches. See here we have a faculty and student are the subclasses and person is the superclasses. Okay, so these two subclasses combine together to generate the superclass. Okay, and this is the approach of bottom up. Okay, in generalization, if in specialization, if person is a superclass, then superclass is divided into two parts, that is faculty and student. So it is the top down approach. Okay, in generalization we have to see bottom up. So faculty and student is a person. In generalization, entities are combined to form a more generalized entity. Subclasses are combined to make a superclass. As I have explained, faculty and student are the subclasses. They are combined together to generate the superclass person. Okay. For example, faculty and student entities can be generalized and create a higher level entity person. Generalization is a containment relationship that exists between a higher level entity set and one or more lower level entity set. So one or more lower level entities combine together to generate the higher level entity set. The database designer may have first identified a customer entity set with the attributes name, street, city and customer ID, and the employee entity set with the attributes name, street, city, employee ID and salary. So here we have a two entities, that is employee and customer have a common attributes. Okay, so this here I explain the common attributes, that is name, street, city, customer ID. Oh, and for employee it is name, street, city, employee ID and salary. Okay, so employee and customer have a more common attributes. Okay, so employee and customer two entity combine together to generate the one higher level entity. This is the example of generalization. Okay, now next is aggregation. For aggregation, consider the ternary relationship works on. Okay, in diagram one relationship is works on and it is known as ternary relationship. The ternary relationship I already explained in earlier lectures. So if one relationship is connected with a three entity, then this relationship is known as a ternary relationship. So see here, the works on is a relationship. It is combined with employee, it is combined with job and it is combined with branch. So it is known as a ternary relationship. Suppose we want to record managers for tasks performed by an employee at a branch. Okay, now see here we have a one relationship, that is works on. It is connected with employee, job and branch. Okay, now we have another relationship, that is manages. Okay, now this manages relationship is also connected with employee, it is also connected with branch, it is also connected with job. Okay, so these two relationships are overlapping. Okay, relationship set works on and manages represents overlapping information as they both are connected with the same entity. Okay, works on is connected with employee, job and branch, and manages also connected with employee, job and branches. So many information are overlapping between them. Okay, so every manages relationship correspond to a works on relationship. However, some works on relationship may not correspond to any manager's relationship, so we can't discard the works on relationship. Okay, so they are overlapping with each other and we cannot remove one of them. Okay, as they are connected with these entities, and these generate the redundancy. Eliminate this redundancy via aggregation. So here we have to use the aggregation. For that, treat relationship as an abstract entity. Okay, so we have to convert relationship into entity. Allows relationship between relationship. Abstraction of relationship into new entity. See here, without introducing redundancy, the following diagram represents an employee works on a particular job at a particular branch. See here, we have a employee works on job, employee works on branch. Okay, so an employee, branch and job combination may have an associate managers. See here, we have a works on relationship, that is employee, job and branch are connected with each. Okay, so this works on relationship is now converted into the entity in which employee, job and branch are connected. Okay, so employee, job and branch are connected with works on, and this whole four part is converted into the entity. So as I explain over here, treat relationship as an abstract entity. So these three, employee, job and branch, are now connected with one single entity. Now this entity is connected with manager using manager's relationship. So this in which redundancy is occur, in which redundancy is not occur. So this is the aggregation in which we combine the all three entities and make one higher level entities. The best way to model a situation is to use aggregation. Aggregation is an abstraction through which relationships are treated as a higher level entity. As I have explained over here, employee, job, branch are connected with works on, and this whole part is combined is an entity. An entity is always represented in a rectangle, so I use rectangle symbol, and this is known as higher level entity. Now this higher level entity is used with manager and relationship will be manages as it is. Okay, so this whole part is combined in one entity. That is the concept of aggregation, to reduce the redundancy. Now see the example of hospital management system. Here we have a one entity, that is patient. Okay, so we can say that patient is a indoor and outdoor. Okay, so patient is a higher level entity and it is divided into lower level entity, that is indoor and outdoor. So this is a top down approach and it is known as a specialization. Okay, now we can say that indoor and outdoor is a patient. Okay, so we can apply it from bottom up. Okay, so indoor and outdoor is a patient, so it is the generalization. Okay, so same example we can say a top down approach is patient is a indoor and outdoor, in which super class is divided into subclass indoor and outdoor. Okay, so it is top down approach, so it is known as specialization. And if we are taking it as a generalization, that indoor and outdoor is a patient. Okay, so bottom to up. Okay, so indoor and outdoor subclasses are combined together to generate one higher level entity, that is patient. Okay, so this is the example. Now we can say that patient admitted into hospital. Okay, hospital has a doctor. Okay, doctor treat patient. Okay, patient has a medical record. Okay, these are relationship, all attributes you can add according to your assumption, as I have explained in a previous lecture. So this is the ER diagram with specialization and generalization. So we have a three main extended ER feature, that is specialization, generalization and aggregation. Thank you.